G'day, guys. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. Guys, massive day. Huge. The Steelers are not out of it yet. But before we start the video, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to you, the viewer, guys in the chat, guys who have been following Steeler Nation this far and the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. We have just hit 1,900 subs. So myself and Owen are super thankful for you guys, and we're going to get 2K. 2K is very, very close. We just hit 1,900, so we thank you for that. But what you're looking at, guys, is I want to talk today about, one sec, take it away. I want to talk today about the running game. Now, of course, Najee Harris was injured in this game. Jaylen Warren was out with an injury hamstring. So they relied on McFarland early. And then when Najee Harris got injured, we saw Benny Snell step up. Benny Snell football. And to me, this game was really fun. It was fun to watch. It reminded me of the old days with Jerome Bettis. Now, I'm not saying that these players are Jerome Bettis. I'm just saying it reminded me of like that Steeler football. Give the back, the halfback the football, go and rush for 5 yards. I loved it. I can't wait to watch it again. I still haven't watched the game yet again. But in memory, what I saw with Benny Snell running across the goal line, 5 yards out to go up to win 24-17. Then a defense to shut out the team and win the game. It was fantastic. But I want to go through some stats of this game because stats tell a big picture, right? If you look at this thing, Benny Snell got 12 carries, 62 yards, 1 TD, and his longest of the day, 16. Now, of course, 16 isn't it's not a massive run. It's not a 40-yard run. It's not Josh Jacobs running 300 yards over his opponent, right? I think Josh Jacobs for the Raiders. Don't know who he versed. I can't remember who he versed, but he got like 300 yards on the ground. It's nothing like that, but there's a lot of improvement, and the Steelers' running game is getting better. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen next week. Hopefully, Najee Harris is healthy, but if he's not healthy, does Jaylen Warren come back? Do we start Benny Snell? Does he have less reps on teams, and we start Snell at that position? But the depth in this class or with these guys on the roster, right, it's pretty good right now. Pretty good. It's getting better also, right? Najee Harris had 10 carries, 35 yards, 1 TD, 8 longest, right? That was his TD, of course. And then he got injured, I think, around that play or a few plays later. McFarland had 6 carries, 30 yards, 14 longest. Fantastic. For a guy coming off the practice squad and having issues the previous few years, he was so fun to watch. And he only got 6 carries. Imagine him getting 10 carries, right? He was fun to watch to get 30 yards. That was about, like, I think 5 yards per average. Oshesky got 1 carry on a jet sweep for 9 yards. And that play surprised me. So the Matt Canada offense and system was finally, when it surprises me as a fan, it probably surprises the defense too. So it was kind of cool to see that. Derek Watt got 1 carry for 4 yards. And in total, the Pittsburgh Steelers offense got 36 carries for 172. And there's a reason why I left out one player, Kenny Pickett. Now, there's a lot of, there's probably an argument saying Kenny Pickett's not the guy. He's a bust. He's this, he's that. It doesn't matter. You know what? Kenny Pickett didn't throw a TD, but he also didn't throw an interception. And I don't mind that he didn't throw a TD. It's going to come. It's going to happen, right? Kenny Pickett played a fantastic game versus the Colts. He really did. Kenny Pickett had 20 for 28, 174, 3 sacks, of course, the offensive line. But I thought he played fantastic. I thought he gave the Steelers the best chance to win. And it was really fun to see his progression, the pass to Pickens, the pass to Muth. And there were some passes that were dropped by Pickens and also dropped by DJ. But Kenny Pickett is a rushing threat. I know that's weird to say, right? We have a mobile quarterback who they even designed to play around. One of my favorite plays of this whole game was when Kenny Pickett ran the ball in a quarterback draw in shotgun, right? Shotgun, and the offense opened up, and Kenny Pickett ran down the middle for 9 yards, slid, and got 9 yards. Was great to see. Kenny Pickett got 6 carries, 32 yards, and a 9-yard longest play. Right, and on the year also he has I think three or four TDs. I believe he has 3 or 4 TDs on the season. I can't even keep up. So Snell stepped up. Benny Snell football played great. Also receiving the football, Snell got 1 reception for 6 yards. Najee Harris 1 for 4. McFarland got 2 receptions for 11 yards, right? And longest of 12. So those fellas stepped up in the running game. This running game now, there's a bit of depth behind it. Now, depending what can happen with Najee Harris, I don't know. We haven't heard too much news around Najee Harris. If the injury is going to linger, it was something to do with his ribs or something like that, something to do with his stomach. He got punched in the stomach, so might have some bruising there. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I've been looking around reports. At this time of recording, which is my Wednesday and your USA Tuesday, I haven't heard anything, but it shows good signs. If Najee Harris can't go in the short week against the Colts, you have good signs that Benny Snell had a fantastic game. Can he back it up? That's the big question. But he had a good game. What will happen with Jaylen Warren? Is his hamstring going to be, worked out by that time? He's been playing some good football too, running the football, catching the football out the backfield, being a bit of like an escape, sequence for Kenny Pickett. He's been playing really well in this offense too. And then McFarland too. McFarland coming from the practice squad, now having a chance, and he gets 5 yards of carry. The offense is playing pretty good football, running the rock. I've seen promising signs. So I'm super excited for the Falcons game because, one, we don't know if Najee Harris is going to play. We don't know the extent of the injury. But if he can't go, and possibly if Warren can't go, I'm still pretty confident in Snell and McFarland's abilities to see what can happen. And of course, too, I believe Master Teague is on the practice squad. So he might even be activated for a week or two, depending how this all pans out. But there's a lot of speculation right now, guys. But I'm telling you one thing that is for fact, that the Steelers running game is now fun again. It's super fun. Watching Benny Snell run down the hill and truck someone, or get to the second level and run over a linebacker, or juke someone, palm someone, push them away. It's so fun to watch. McFarland finally use his feet in the correct order, not trip over his feet, and get that longest run of like 11 yards was fun. They're soon going to break away for a 30-yarder, a 40-yarder, possibly 50-yarder. It may happen, right? Depending how they get to the second level and third level, the safety comes down the box. I can see some big things happening over the next 6 games where the run game is going to help out Kenny Pickett and the run game is going to help out this offense. When the run game works, everything works. Everything works. The passes to Pickens, the passes to Muth, the reverses, the Kenny Pickett draws. When the run game is on fire, this Steelers team can be on fire. So I'm super excited to see what can happen versus the Falcons. And I thank you guys for checking out Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. It's always a great time talking football here. And I'm so pumped up. I can't wait to go back and watch that game again. Benny Snell football had a day, got a TD. He won the game. I'm going to give him the MVP. I'm going to give him the game ball. Najee Harris did his best before he got injured. And McFarland had a go too. McFarland was in there. And even Derek Watt had a 4-yard run. It seems like these guys are clicking. They're starting to understand it. They're starting to move this football forward. And that's the best thing about Steelers football is when they start running the rock, everything else can open up. All right, guys, I'll see you later.